Good morning, it's Matt Rogers, and today's Sunday, 25th, 6th, 2017. I had some issues with the last video, but it's all sorted now. And we're going to go through some images of these game planes, and also we're going to go through some brilliant subscribers' images as well. But again, these images will always be kept private, and they won't be given out to any other sort of organisations or companies. So let's carry on with the footage and look at these inside these chem planes. I mean, everything across the world now is being affected by these chemtrails. I mean, we're getting far too much radiation now coming from the sun, and also this plan, this government regime that's occurring right above in our skies. So it is really important, isn't it, to prepare for this event that's coming? It really is. Let's take a look at these chem planes. Here's a diagram of inside one of these chemtrail planes that spray our skies. And I looked out early hours of the morning, and I went down to the beach, walking the dog, and I noticed there was about 7 planes started to spray our sky, spraying that smog, them toxins. And all the time, humanity are breathing these dangerous chemicals in. It's genocide, isn't it? It's a situation where the government are just saying nothing, and we need to round up to form a community to stop these criminals spraying our skies. It's getting out of hand now, isn't it? I'm going to show you a piece of footage of me inside a military chem plane, of what the size of the interior of this plane, what you could see the size of where put these tankers, how big a plane is, where they could fit the size of these tankers in. Okay, because yesterday I went out for the day, and I noticed inside the plane above on the top deck, it's a very large space. So please watch this piece of footage, it's very important, and then I'm going to show the subscribers' images that have been sent in, because there's been a heavy amount of fantastic images that have been coming in. So yeah, I'll be back to you shortly.
Oh, it's Matt Rogers, Skywatcher, and I'm here on a military plane. Okay, now these military planes are spraying our skies every single day. They are pumping our skies with toxins, aluminium and other nano chemicals, toxins. I mean, again, we've got to get this word out to humanity to stop them from doing this, because again, we are breathing all these chemicals in every single day as they try and hide Nibiru, Helion and the brand or star Nemesis. Now these objects, these heavenly bodies, are in our solar system now. It's far too late now, and again, media are acting very strange with those lies that they're providing us on the weather channels and the news media and these false flag events. It's all the agenda that's coming, and we really have to start preparing for this, because as I show you now, this plane, these planes have been spraying much more than ever now, and being on this huge craft just shows you the size and the space that they're able to put these big tankers in, and the pipelines in these tankers and the machinery that they use as well. And I'm going to look into this as well much more when I get time, because if you look at the size of this thing, I mean, it goes right up here as well. I mean, look at this. It's huge, absolutely massive. It goes right back. I mean, what they do is they put these tankers in place here where the seating area was, and we just got to, again, provide the truth. Get these messages out there. Let's expose the powers to be to make sure that people are aware of this. So I'm going to go now, and I will do some more footage on these chem planes, because there's so much going on now that we are seeing so much of the evidence of these chemtrails, and also I'll be looking at these black chemtrails, these dark chemtrails that are out there in the skies. So take care. Respect to you all, from Matt Rogers.
This is an image of a chem plane that's been loaded with those huge containers to spray our skies. This is over in the USA, and we're seeing the same type of plane over here as well, because I went to a place, as again yesterday, like a military museum, and just wanted to point out the size of what's inside, where they fit those containers full of toxins and spraying the skies, because I believe we need to expose the government to stand up and say something. So again, I'm going to show you inside again what it looks like in a chem plane as well. Here you can see on this image as well where they place these containers, and all this pipelining in the plane as well, and the size of, I mean, the space where they can place them. So again, you can just imagine, I mean, how much toxins are being pumped out in the skies, and we see this every single, they spray in the area in front of the sun to hide these celestial objects and to hide other situations going on up there as well. And I mean, it's occurring every single day now. So I'm going to go to subscribers images now, so please respect to all of you. Here are some fantastic images coming through from a kind subscriber called Susan, and you can see there clearly, can't you, on the image, that the sun is being blocked by these poisons every day. We see this, don't we? Those chemtrails, these terrible poisons that we're all breathing in, and you can clearly see that tree on the image as well to the right hand side that's dying. It's very unhealthy. So let's move on to another Susan's image. Look at this one as well. You can see clearly that those trails are just every single where now, aren't they? They're around the whole of the earth is being covered all the time. We see these on the webcams as well, but I mean, these images are fantastic. So again, Susan, thank you for bringing this one in as well. This is just outstanding now. People now, I am so pleased that they are looking up to the skies now. This is where the kind lady subscriber zoomed in on the chems, the sprays, and to see that that sun is changing its colour completely, because when we see this object in front of the sun, when we see this reflection on the land, it just darkens everything. It really does. So again, thank you, and if you have any other images coming through, please send them in, Susan, but thank you for all your respect, and I'll move on to another subscriber's images. This next image has come in from a great subscriber, Noah Mitchell. I mean, look at this image. I mean, can you see those strange colourings in the cloudings? Okay, here. This rainbow effect that we've said before. And there's an object that's illuminating. We see this as well, don't we? Just here. And again, look at the trees, the plant life. They're dying, aren't they? The health has gone out of them. This is a spectacular image, proving that there is something that's in front of our sun now, that's eclipsing our Earth. I mean, the shadows, it's getting very dark, isn't it? And again, the 21st of August 2017, please look up at the skies, because I believe we're going to see a huge object up there as the sun gets dimmed. Okay, it's very important, because again, there is objects already in front of our sun, so it's going to get really dark across the world. So Again, Noah, this is a fantastic image, and we can clearly see that there's a huge problem now, because we have never seen these patterns, these colours, the strangeness and the darkness of the skies ever before in the 1980s, 1990s, even the early mid-2000s. It's all changing now. We've got wormwood in our inner solar system now that's affecting all the other celestial bodies, including our Mother Earth. More images from Annie. It's just absolutely outstanding. You can see those strange colours up there in the heavens, and that red reflection. As I said again, that red reflection is from another heavenly body, not from our sun. There's two light sources on the screen there, you can see this, and very dark on the land. So again, fantastic. Let me move to another one of Annie's images. Here's another fantastic image where you've got that red reflection around the clouding, and you can just clearly see those chemtrails as the sun's going down on the horizon, and the strange colour of the sky as well in the foreground. I mean, it's getting more evident now, isn't it? We're just seeing exactly the same as what others are seeing around the world as well. Another clear image of those chems and the red reflection, the red colourings on the cloudings, showing that there is another object that's reflecting on our Earth. I mean, we can see these on the NASA cams. So, Annie, thank you for sending these images in, because we can clearly see there's a red object that's there. Just behind this, these clouds, there's a red object, to be Nibiru, I believe, that's down there on the horizon, that's causing these colours to these cloudings, and all these chemtrails that are being sprayed all the time. You can see the reflection from the sun that's this way. There's two light sources, here and here. So again, thank you for all your respect, and I will move on to another subscriber's images. These great images have been brought in by Jordan, another part of the world, and they're seeing the truth. They're seeing these skies as well, aren't they? They're seeing this red reflection and this yellow haze all the time. And they've been following the Nibiru information for many years, a long time, and you all have. There's many of you out there that have continued with your work and research and following everything, all the information, because it just is a real eye-opener, isn't it, to know that there is a lot happening now, isn't there? So this image is just outstanding. You can see the layers of chems and these, I mean, it's all chems, all toxins and everything, but if these weren't there, you would start seeing the system. So I'm going to move on to another image for you from this kind subscriber, Jordan. Here is another image. I mean, look above on the image. You can see that haze, that purple, that it's not the blue sky anymore, is it? I mean, this other cloud that just stays there, believed to be programmed by HARP, and above the top here is just all toxins, and below here you can see where they've been chemtrailing on the horizon. The plasma. I mean, they are fighting this losing battle every day, aren't they? Because the more we see this, I mean, the more these heavenly objects come closer towards our Earth, the more they keep pumping the skies. It's so evident. So I just hope that everybody will prepare for this. Let's move on to another image. Here's another image. I mean, Jordan, this is fantastic. I mean, these skies are completely changed now. These reflections have got in so much stronger. As when I started the Mexico cams, they were not as strong as this. You would only see this haze in the distance, but now it's got so close. Now Nibiru is like 7 times larger than Earth. It's big, it's huge. I mean, the brown dwarf star, I mean, the thing is, we're going to really see this event now very shortly, I believe. It's really is time now, isn't it? And it's time to prepare, because every single image that I've noticed now is just so very much spectacular. I mean, it's just evident now, it's there, isn't it? I mean, these colours, these reflections, I mean, you can see here on the clouding this red reflection again, not from our sun. Here, another clear image of these chemtrails, all this trash that's up there in the skies. This halo, it's there again. They cloak in it. So we can't see it midday in the afternoon when the sun is beaming down. I mean, that simulator in front of it, look at blue reflection. Not our yellow sun anymore. And I have spoke to members of the public in the street, and I have asked them to have a look at this halo, and they just seem not to be able to see it. It's so frustrating. And then they look at you as if you're going crazy. I mean, it's because they're just believing these government lies that are being broadcast on these news channels around the world. It's just so frustrating trying to wake humanity up, but we have got to keep carrying on. We've got to keep going and got to keep showing the proof. So again, Jordan, fantastic image. Here is yet another spectacular image of this halo. Look at this, like an upside down rainbow at the top of the image, and these black clouds that sort of move by themselves. They move in a different direction. Okay, on the screen you can see this, and again, I mean, look at this trail and this black trail. There's a lot of black trails going around now, and I believe they're heavily filled with poisons. And you can see on the trees there on the top right hand corner, just these chems are killing them all across the world now. I mean, this is another part of the world, and here in the UK we're seeing our plant life that's being heavily chemmed. I mean, you could go out and do some scientific research on the plant life here, and you would see that there's far too many toxins, and the scientists are not saying anything. Government have slammed it shut. Too many false flag events around the world now, and far too many chem planes up there. It's just a situation now that we need to, as I said earlier on, to form a community, and really we've got to prepare for this. So I mean, you could see these reflections here and here. I mean, absolutely crazy, but fantastic. Thank you for sending this in for me. Here's another image as well. You can just see that rainbow effect below there on the screen, and it's just full of trash. All of it. I mean, anybody can see now that there's a big, huge change in front of our sun. They really can now, can't they? So again, Jordan, thank you for sending all these in, and if you've got any more images, please send them in, and I will produce these again, so thank you. This is another kind subscriber that sent other images in, and this is in Yorkshire, in the UK, and this is a very recent image. Okay, so thank you, Bartos Steck, for sending this in. I mean, they're pumping the skies now, and this is what I saw this morning. Spraying very low. And again, when they crisscross the sky, all these poisons are landing on us. I mean, it's totally ridiculous, isn't it? And something needs to be done about it, isn't it? It's just, the more I see this, the more it just gets stranger, doesn't it? So, thank you for sending this in, and I will show you another image from this kind subscriber. Here again, this morning here in the UK, the 25th of June 2017. I mean, look at this. Look what they've done before you see the sun. I mean, look at it. It's just a disastrous mess, and no one can tell me that their commercial flights are just heading on to Hawaii or some far east country for a holiday trip or a honeymoon. There's no way. Look at it. I mean, anyway, so we're just seeing the evidence, aren't we, all the time? And look down below on the right hand side. This is a plant life are just being wrecked, aren't they? So again, thank you for this. This is another subscriber that sent in information as well. I mean, it's just absolutely spectacular, isn't it? I mean, look at, it's the same reflection, it's the same colouring on another part of the world as well. So thank you for sending this in, MarXUZ. I mean, it's just fantastic. It really is. Now let's move on to another one of this kind subscriber's image. I mean, we're all seeing, and we're all being persistent, aren't we? And it's absolutely amazing that people are doing this. Here's another fantastic subscriber that sent in images, Mike Carmelini. we see a lot of his images, and again, he's seeing the dimness of the sky. This is a genuine image, and at the 12 PM mark, it's so dim and dark, and you can see those toxins up there being spread around in the atmosphere to hide the image of the sun. The simulator that's dimming the ground. They're trying to pull the wool, as I said before, all the time. But I really believe that as I'm seeing the evidence each and every day, it's going to wake up humanity, because eventually they're going to turn around and start thinking for themselves. And this is what the government don't want. The government just want to control us all the time. And I believe also that part of these toxins that are being sprayed is harming our brains. It's trying to change our deception. I mean, it's changing DNA of our body structure. I mean, and it's making us all ill. It really is. So again, Mike, this is fantastic, this image, and it's proof again that the skies are dimming and all those toxins up there. This is another great subscriber called Sports0835, and they're seeing the skies and they're seeing this strange reflection. Can you see this? I mean, it's so clear, isn't it? There's a object that's coming up on the horizon there. This red reflection we see before the sunrise. These strange formations. So I'm going to move on to another image for you. But I mean, that is outstanding. If you look clearly on this image, you can see the red reflection there on the horizon above the before sunrise, because Nibiru is now going to start showing itself. It really is. These objects are going to show themselves, and again on the land, over there and that part of the country. It's so evident that the tree life is just... it's shattering, isn't it, to see it, because plant life is... nice to see, isn't it, when it's very healthy, but we're seeing it all dying now, aren't we? And the scientists, news media, don't say nothing about it. They still say the propaganda lies. They just lie to us all the time, saying everything's fine, but now we can start seeing those changes. So again, thank you, Sport0835, for sending these in. Here's the last image of this kind subscriber sent in, and you can clearly see that that haze is there, that pinkness in the sky, that sunrise is very strange. And we're just now all waiting now, aren't we, to see this heavenly object show itself. Because it will, and everybody, all across the world, will start thinking that we've all been lied to by those government officials. So again, thank you for sending this in to us. I'm going to show you this other image, okay, that I showed on the last video. I had problems with the other video, so I apologise. I had to sort it out. Okay, so it's just as you can see there. Okay, this is from Mike, and a brilliant man that's basically just out scanning the skies all the time. A serious sky watcher. You are all serious sky watchers, and it's so good now that we are really taking note of those changes now all the time. And I mean, on this screen again, you can see that red reflection, and then chemtrails. They must be stopped. We've got to stop this now, because when I was on that plane and noticing with them chairs missing, and noticing the size of the interior where they put all these tankers and things. I mean, then people must know what they're... I mean, they must... I mean, it's as if they've got no heart to just carry on spraying over our heads. I mean, what's making them do it? I mean, I know that if they expose it, they're risking their lives, aren't they? But, I mean, it needs to be stopped, and I hope these messages go out to those them chem pilots to understand that this problem is it's getting worse, isn't it? Okay, I've got a whole load of different images that I'll produce on video, so I've got to sort some things out today, but I'll be back shortly with more images. But again, this image that was brought in by Sport0835, I mean, I've zoomed in and you can clearly see that there's something that's rising before the sunrise, and it's red, and we see this, don't we? We are seeing this, and all the other images from people around the world are seeing this strange red colouring. So again, thank you for all your images, and I'll be back shortly, very, very shortly, with more new images from Matt Rogers. Good morning, it's Matt Rogers, and today's Sunday, 25th 6 2017. I had some issues with the last video, but it's all sorted now. And we're going to go through some images of these came planes, and also we're going to go through some brilliant subscribers' images as well. But again, planes starting to spray our sky, spraying that smog, them toxins. And all the time, humanity are breathing these dangerous chemicals in. It's genocide, isn't it? It's a situation where the government are just saying nothing, and we need to round up to form a community to stop these criminals spraying our skies. It's getting out of hand now, isn't it? I'm going to show you a piece of footage of me inside a military chem plane, of what the size of the interior of this plane, what you could see the size of where these put these tankers, how big a plane is, where they could fit the size of these tankers in. Okay, because yesterday I went out for the day, and I noticed these images will always be kept private, and they won't be given out to any other sort of organisations or companies. So that's carry on with the footage and look at these inside these chem planes. I mean, everything across the world now is being affected by these chemtrails. I mean, we're getting far too much radiation now coming from the sun, and also this plan, this government regime that's occurring right above in our skies. So it is really important, isn't it, to prepare for this event that's coming? It really is. Let's take a look at these chem planes. Here's a diagram of inside one of these chemtrail planes that spray our skies. And I looked out early hours of the morning, and I went down to the beach, walking the dog, and I'd noticed there was about 7